Hello, I'm Steve. Thanks for visiting the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for ideal patio comfort. Check out our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful, as it helps others find our channel. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this patio deck here that's going to be built in a residential application, and I don't have the railing on here, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions. Overall dimensions I have here, I'm just going to go on the inside of this beam here. I have at 16.6 1/4, and then I have the inside, I believe, this is the outside edge, sorry, this is 15.4 1/2, and I have a couple of different heights. The peak up here about 10.4, and the lower section at the bottom of this support beam here at 7.1. Let's see if there's anything else here. So that's about it, I guess. Doorway back there, 6.8, and we'll go ahead and turn that off. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and show a couple of different options. This particular customer is open to gas or electric, and both will be effective. However, one may look a little bit odder than the other. So let's just go right into the gas units. So this would be my preferred gas unit installation, where the heaters are mounted on the ceiling using the OEM bracket, maintaining a 14-inch clearance from the top of the heater to the edge of the sloped ceiling. Now this also might be an open beam, I'm not quite sure about that, but the distance here would probably be the same as far as the beams, and you would need to keep your clearance from the beam itself, not the ceiling if they're open beams. So in any case, I have these approximately from center to this outside edge here about 5 feet in. It could be up to 4 feet in, just because I know that this is the primary area for heating. They are pointed straight down, if I didn't mention that. And just go ahead and look at the footprint of heat on 2 of these 34,000 BTU heaters. Now you might also want to use TSHs. You'll get plenty of heat for this whole entire outer space over here. We're not heating up this entry area here. This is going to be a doorway that swings inwards into the house, and there's a barbecue section over here. And just to see what it might look like over here, I'm going to turn the array off for a second, but that's what it would probably look like from the inside the resident itself. So that's that, and I would say, like I said before, very good coverage for this entire space. Again, you probably wouldn't want to heat up over here, but if you had a big gathering over here, you might push some seating out here or something of that nature. All right, so let's turn that one off and go with a second option. Now this would be not preferred in any way, but I'll show it to you anyways. Mounting them on the side of the beam, you are required to add an additional 4 inches, so 17 inches of clearance from this edge to the ceiling, and that would bring the heater way down, and that would probably be too hot, as well as look not so pleasing. Okay. You would get a decent coverage, I would say, as though it just would probably be too hot. You may even want to go with the TSH on this, so you can reduce the output of heat on each unit depending on what time of the year it is. All right, so that is that, and let's go right into the electric units. So this would be the using the CD 6024 or WD 6024 4,000 or 6,000 watt 240 volt heaters mounted on the vertical surface here. On this particular mount, you are required for or to keep 12 inches of clearance from this point here to the ceiling. So 12 inches above the heater on this style of a mount. It looks a lot better than the gas units. And actually, if it was a windy location, these would operate much better as well. Let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat, as well as the clearances to combustibles and clearance above the heater itself. So that would all work out just fine. And again, It's heating up the area pretty well. I have these at 30-degree tilts, so straight out 60 degrees down or straight down 30 degrees up. And that would look like that. And then the final option would be to place them similar to the ceiling mount, and I have 18 inches of clearance behind on this back edge to the beam itself, using the OEM brackets straight off of the ceiling. So going parallel with the ceiling is the parallel angle of the heater itself. And again, you're getting a pretty good coverage and more uniform than the other application. Also, the heater is slightly higher. I'd say probably about maybe 6 inches, 7 inches higher than the mounting on the beam, which gives it a broader throw of heat and more uniform throughout the space. So this would be probably my preferred out of all 4 applications. One thing I should mention is you do need to maintain 18 inches of clearance on this edge, as well as the gas heaters are 24 inches on the edge. And then just one last option would be possibly placing a gas unit out here somewhere. So I just wanted to place this on the edge for right now, but I would probably drill a hole somewhere if I was going to do something like that. Take the deck mount, which is this component right here, mount it to a structural joist that this you can see here has little swivel marks, so you can nicely or properly plumb the unit itself. But you would bolt 3 bolts into those joists, probably support it by having a crossover joist come into the spacer come into the other joist, something of that nature. This post just slides right in there, and I know they're going to have a fireplace here, so they're going to bring in a gas line for that fireplace, and that could be just teed off from that and then hooked on with a quick connect. This post can slide in and out of the receiver and then removed for different times of the year, or if you need to change your space around for some other gathering. But this would be a nice application as well. Now you might see that it's kind of a high application for mounting it inside of here, but you could actually mount it inside here, but you need to make sure you maintain 18 inches of clearance above the heater and then 24 inches off each side all the way around the heater. But I just wanted to show how that would look, and we would probably, like I said before, move this so that it's actually inside the deck somewhere, more like something like this than what I showed before. And then of course, if you looked at the footprint of heat, you get a 14-foot diameter of heat, so 7 foot off the post. That's why you want it kind of closer to where you can actually be seating. But this would be also something else that you could consider. And then you could just store this away during the winter or months that you're not using the patio and keep it clean and safe, I guess. So, all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like to review your plans, please send your information to designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve, and again, please tap that like button. We do not advertise. We're not monetized. YouTube does not support our channel unless we get your thumbs up, and it's very important to receive that. Thank you so much for it. Have a great day.